Did people really think this Elvisness could actually bring the world together? Gandhi and Martin Luther King couldn't do it. The star of Clam Bake was going to pull it off. I wasn't even sure anymore if I was trying to find Elvis or if Elvis was trying to find me.
So, well, tell me about the statue. What are the specs on this baby?
It weighs 5,000 pounds. It's 9.5 foot tall.
5,000 pounds?
5,000 pounds.
And isn't that pretty much Elvis's weight right before he died? I see you've hit some serious speeds with this baby. There's bugs in his teeth.
Oh, yeah.
What do you do, hose him down every once in a while?
I wipe him down every once in a while.
The man wipes the king down, ladies and gentlemen. Do you make money off him?
Oh, I make money off of it, yeah. I get $400 a day for it. I rent it out.
Well, who do you rent it out to?
Parades and grand openings and car salesmen, for car promotion sales.
What sort of car promotion do you do with this? What do you say, give one of these away, Elvis would have?
They have a king of king sales.
A king of king sales?
King sales.
Well, that's not sacrilegious.
We've had wrecks about cars when I was pulling down the road for people hanging out the window, taking pictures, videotaping it. It's a head turner.
Let me ask you something, in all honesty. Don't you think some of these people that come out to take pictures of the big giant Elvis statue, don't you think they're a little off?
No. Why would they be off? They're Elvis fans.
Okay, now what happens? You're driving down the highway, some truck driver sees Elvis whiz by him at 50, 60 miles an hour. What happens?
Well, a lot of them say they're glad they didn't run up on him in the fog. They would think they had an Elvis sighting, and one guy thought he was seeing things and told the other truck driver after he verified that he saw it too, that he just threw all of his dope out the window because he thought he was the only one that saw it.
You ever take him to Vegas?
Nope.
I think he'd be big there. Hell,
probably
he'd be big anywhere.
Big now.
I couldn't believe somebody built a 2.5-ton concrete Elvis. I couldn't believe it was traveling America's highways. I couldn't believe it was getting better mileage than me. I was going to visit the world's #1 Elvis impersonator. They say when he sings, the crowd goes wild and women pass out. I thought he must have one glamorous life.
10, 15. I had 10, 15, 10, 10, 15, 15, one else a $15 pair of warning. Sold out $10 right here.
I've always liked Elvis music and sing along with it. And a couple people told me I sounded like Elvis.
20 there, and 10, 20 there. Who needs one for $15?
But I never thought I could look like Elvis. And of course, I never thought I'd ever get the chance to entertain anybody. That's why I became an auctioneer.
You became an auctioneer to become an entertainer?
It is entertaining. It's conducting business, but at the same time, you got to keep it fairly light, at least we do.
And another toilet seat. You're going to buy all this. Give $2 and $2 there. Give me $1 bid for your mother-in-law. Give $1 bid now, too.
Just got to get these sideburns where he had them, see.
So you were an auctioneer before you were doing Elvis?
Oh, yeah, for about 11 years.
Which do you make more money doing?
Anybody interested in any of these washers up here besides myself?
Right now, my Elvis is controlling my income.
Folks, I'm selling washing machines now. Up here. Maytag. On the washing machine. I'll give you choice one time.
Did you ever do Elvis while you were auctioneering?
No.
Don't you think you'd move some product if Elvis were pushing it?
Sold out $50. You get them all for $50.
Now, I'm starting to see the resemblance already.
And who get 15, get 15, you're buying that machine, there, give me down 50, go 50, there, give me down 50, who get 25 and go?
Always wanted to put the King's jumpsuit on.
Prime an expensive piece there, give 25. We get 25, give 10. $10 and 10, there, 10,
Thank you very much.
What do you think, sir? Give 10. Who get $5 quick?
Oh, man, I can hardly believe it.
You know, he always did this. There we go. That's enough.
Mike Albert's Elvis impersonation turned out to be eerily accurate in every detail. He had the look, the voice, and the moves. He even had the one thing an Elvis impersonator really needs to complete the picture. He had a Colonel Parker impersonator. It was Colonel Sanders.
Can you believe it? Somebody hit this beautiful car with an egg.
How existential.
Trying to get it off.
Couldn't help but notice the car bears a striking resemblance to a chicken.
Yeah, it's a promotional vehicle. My wife would probably call me a compulsive promoter. You get a light bulb goes off and you get some idea. You see, if I would have known there was 3,000 Elvis impersonators that existed, I never took the project. But I didn't. I didn't know anything. I didn't even know there was one. I knew there was him, Mike Alberts. And the first time I saw him was when he popped out of the car. And there he was, and I said, darn, he does look like Elvis. And 6 weeks later, after releasing the video, we're doing concerts. We're charging $17.50, $19.50 a ticket, and they're reserved tickets.
What kind of money does this guy make?
Makes excellent money. And, you know...
could he buy a chicken car if he wanted?
He could buy a couple. The thing that made it special is, like, got the original Jordanaires, the original backup group for Elvis Presley.
Do the Jordanaires work with any other Elvis impersonator?
They work with a few, but to tell you the truth, they don't really care to work with them, but, you know, they get paid.
So how come Mike is the highest paid Elvis impersonator around?
Because he's the best.
Well, what makes him the best?
Because he's the highest paid.
You know, I find it interesting that you represent an artist who impersonates Elvis, and your marketing style is so much like that of the infamous Colonel Parker.
I was born on the same day as the Colonel. I didn't know it, but the Colonel used to have chickens. He had chickens in his early career in the carnival.
It's psychic.
Right.
And the Colonel had chickens, and you have the chicken car.
Yeah.
And people ask, is there a God? All right, now this whole Elvis thing, you gotta admit, it's pretty much a cash cow, right? It's been good to a lot of people. Now, I'm thinking of cashing in on this myself. So if I came to you and said, hey, I want to become an Elvis impersonator, how would you sell me? How would you make my promo tape?
Well, when we were in Las Vegas at the Elvis Impersonator Convention, which is the third one, okay, the third one, and I've been talking to these guys for 3 years. We do some promotional videos for other Elvis. Elvis are the terminology used for plural Elvis when you run into a lot of them. Okay? And I put them all into a limo, you know, a long stretch with 2 sunroofs. And, you know, we back it up and we had to pull the people out of the casino and get them to participate. And as Elvis jumps out, Elvis number 1, you know, crowd cheers, back it up, Elvis number 2, you know, and then through the magic of editing, you know, we can create a promo tape that sells their show and makes them into somebody.
So you feel like you're pretty much spreading joy through the world.
Well, we're helping those guys out. It's a business, you know.
My name's Vic Duran, and I'm a truck driver.
My name is David Warren. I'm from Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. I'm a full-time entertainer.
Printer by trade in Chicago, Illinois.
Full-blood Cherokee Indian and from Orange County.
My name is Ace Cry. I've been doing Elvis professionally for 5 years. We've toured all over Korea, Japan, Australia.
I'm a legal assistant at a law firm, and I'm just kind of doing that part-time.
And I work for the personnel department of a major insurance company.
A city delivery driver.
This is what I do.
My name is George Thomas. I'm a full-time actor.
I was a truck driver for a long time.
I am a physician. Work at St. Joseph's Medical Center in Yonkers, New York.
I did a little bit of everything, man.
I just wish I would have got closer to him. I've been doing all this for 15 and a half years.
Over 25 years?
I've been doing it right about 6 years now.
There are guys out there that does change personalities. They believe they start becoming Elvis.
What'd you say about me, man? They say I sound just like him.
I'm not Elvis Presley by any means.
All right, so now get the hell out of here. You're fired. You're off the payroll. Hit the road, man. I mean it. Right now, you're fired.
I had no idea just how many Elvises were out there. They come from all over the world and from all walks of life. And they seem like ordinary people just like you and me. But you never know who might actually be an Elvis. It could be anybody. That fella down the street, your coworker at the office, maybe even your own sons and daughters. The question must be asked, are you now or have you ever been an Elvis?